Kirk Cousins has his first introductory presser as a Las Vegas Raider. Let's talk about it.
Moving on to the NFL, where the Raiders are signing quarterback Kirk Cousins. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a great couple of days. Excited to be with the coaching staff and be with this group of guys, and just feel really good about this group and about the chance to play here and be a part of the Silver and Black. What a studio! Wow, I didn't see this on my tour earlier today. Raiders. Thank you.
Does it feel good to have the silver and black on?
It does. It's such an iconic logo, iconic jersey, so to get to be a part of it is a real privilege for me.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy D-Nice with I2G Radio, back at it with another Las Vegas Raiders podcast. Urge everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. I2G Radio, letter I, number 2, letter G, Radio. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can also check us out on the Viva Las Raiders podcast, the Viva Las Raiders with an S. Let's get right into it. So today we're going to talk about Kirk Cousins, his introductory presser that he had with the Raiders. Just a couple tidbits wanted to talk about here. First and foremost, just first thoughts after the presser. Very well spoken, gives that, veteran presence. You can tell just, very media savvy. Loved his knowledge of the Raiders and, genuine kind of respect from afar. Not to say that he grew up a Raider fan or anything like that, but, just as he even said in that soundbite, very iconic logo, iconic franchise, and, seems, very honored by the fact to have an opportunity to play for the Las Vegas Raiders. So, just going to play a couple snippets from the interview, just kind of give my general thoughts on where I think Kirk Cousins can contribute to this team moving forward. First and foremost, he's talking about, making the most of this situation here with the Raiders.
I've got to go prove it. To just stand up here in April and say, oh, yeah, my best football's ahead of me, that's a pretty empty comment. But I believe that, but it doesn't really matter what I believe. I got to go show that on the field this fall and even this spring in practice and in training camp. But that's a big reason why I'm excited to be here, is I do want to finish strong. We always talk in football, in games and practices and careers, start fast, finish strong. And, I really want to finish my career strong, and I got an opportunity to do that here in Vegas, and want to make the most of it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Definitely can tell Kirk Cousins is definitely locked in, and again, wants to finish his career on a strong note. He's 37 years old. There's even the possibility, if he wants to play beyond this, if he plays well, that he can get another contract. And we all know Kirk Cousins is about that baggery. So he's gotten plenty of guaranteed contracts over the years. So salute to him and salute to his agent. They have definitely been about that green since he got into the league. There's a funny moment where he's talking about when he first came to Las Vegas and accidentally stepping on the shield. This is kind of a funny part, just his thoughts on that.
I walked in the first time in the building, and I hate to admit it, I walked on the Raiders shield, not thinking. I didn't even see it. I came back in the second time, I looked at the scout, I said, we couldn't walk on the S at Michigan State. I said, I don't think I'm supposed to walk on that, am I? And he said, no, I didn't want to say anything the first time and be a jerk, but definitely don't walk on that. I was like, okay, I'll never walk on it again. So I was glad I caught myself and didn't repeat the mistake. But, there's a respect here for the Raiders and what it represents, and love being a part of that.
Yeah, Kirk, don't let that happen again, man. I don't want to see that ever again. I'm sure many people have done it. Some people have done it extremely disrespectfully, but I respect that he was able to catch that and said he will correct that moving forward. That will never happen again. I thought that was a funny bit there from the presser. Very candid is Kirk Cousins, not coming in doing a bunch of the rah-rah speech and I'm going to do this, the team's going to do that. He wants to allow his play to speak for him and speak volumes for him, to possibly either be a starter or if not, to be a backup and a mentor to Fernando Mendoza. I really like this quarterback room, how it's currently constructed. Obviously with the Raiders hopefully drafting Fernando Mendoza, Kirk Cousins, the vet in the room, and Aiden O'Connell. We'll see what happens. Maybe he can get some snaps, some looks in preseason and still be that backup or third string, or possibly be auditioning for another team. It'd be great if the Raiders, if they did pull a trade or another team was interested, they could get some draft capital in return. But that's yet to be seen. We'll definitely have that QB battle for all three of those quarterbacks coming up here shortly. Here, Kirk Cousins talks about, for the brand and for the Raiders, and speaks a little bit more about, what he feels that he can contribute.
It starts with your effort, the way you attack, and then it's very team first, team focused, making sure we put the team first, we play together as a team. A phrase he used in the team meeting yesterday was to ride for the brand, meaning that you're kind of doing whatever it takes to help our organization move forward in the right direction. So that was really what he led with yesterday in the team meeting, was just the importance of truly being a team, playing together, and then playing with shocking effort, I believe was the word he used. And that's something that will be coached, as long as they're here, it's going to be coached every day.
Again, that great veteran presence and leadership is things you need, especially with a team as young as the Raiders are currently. I think they're probably the fourth or fifth youngest team in the NFL. Definitely going to get it a lot younger here with 10 picks in this draft. So it's going to be interesting to see who else they add in additions moving forward. But definitely I could see possibly Kirk Cousins getting a C on his chest and being a captain for this Raiders squad. Last snippet I wanted to play here, as many of us know, even when they had the Gruden administration, they were drafting a lot of players from the University of Alabama. Over the past few years, you've had Zamir White, you've had Brock Bowers, Eric Stokes is also here. A lot of players now from the University of Georgia. And, they asked Kirk Cousins about his thoughts about playing with Brock Bowers, and that kind of led into speaking about working with Brock, but also his family being diehard fans of the University of Georgia Bulldogs. Here's another funny snippet, and we'll close this out.
My wife went to Georgia, and my in-laws went to Georgia, and my wife's siblings went to Georgia, and the basement, my in-laws, where I've lived for many off seasons, is all red and black. So I watched a lot of Brock Bowers, with my in-laws, and they would always say, even when he was at Georgia, like, boy, Kirk, if you could play with him, you've always done well with tight ends. If you can play with him, that would be exciting. And so I think my father-in-law is pretty happy that I get to play with a dog, DAWG there, Georgia Bulldog. So met him on Monday or Tuesday, and it's a privilege anytime you can play with a really talented player, and he's a really talented player.
And definitely looking forward to that. Kirk Cousins, I believe, played a few years with T.J. Hawkinson with the Minnesota Vikings. Really did wonders in working in the years that he played in Atlanta with Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts became a Pro Bowl tight end. Majority of that play was with Kirk Cousins and also a little bit with Michael Penix Jr., but he was really able to kind of unlock that player that Kyle Pitts is and looks to be moving forward in his career. I'm definitely looking forward to it, as well as Fernando Mendoza once he's drafted and is in the building. But I think he will find some instant connection, instant chemistry that can work there with Brock. Hopefully Brock can have a bounce back year. Missed almost half of the season last year, kind of with that PCL strain in his knee. But I'm expecting a big bounce back year for Brock Bowers. I'm expecting a breakout year for Ashton Genty. I think some of these young receivers. This is a very young receiving core. Will step up as well. To have a leader like a Kirk Cousins out there. Also played with Jalen Naylor for a brief period of time with the Minnesota Vikings. Just looking forward to whomever is under center, if it's Kirk Cousins, if it's Mendoza, if it's AOC, that they know they have an assortment of weapons on offense and will be able to keep that offense clicking. Tomorrow, I am going to be dropping first mock draft. We'll be doing a lot more of those here as we have the rest of next week and then the week after that up until I think it's Thursday the 23rd to discuss draft. We'll do, like, again, a couple mock drafts, more offensive oriented, defense oriented, and just kind of my final one that how I think it will actually play out. But I will be posting that, so we'll have another pod coming tomorrow. If you, of course, love hip-hop, www.illuminati2g.com, word Illuminati number 2, letter G.com. And also we have another affiliate, westcoastaftershock.com. We'll be doing a review of the Detox conceptual album that leaked about a week and a half ago. This is not an official album, but we will be doing a review on that. So like I said, all my hip-hop heads can check that out again. I2G Radio, letter I, number 2, letter G Radio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. I2G Radio, check us out there. And this will also be on our YouTube channel, Viva Las Raiders. Word Viva, word Las, Raiders with an S. But D-Nice, I2G Radio, signing off. Again, another great presser. Been a lot of great pressers here over the last week or two that have been on the Raiders YouTube page. Urge everyone, check it out. Follow JT the Brick as well. They've been having a lot of good interviews. There's another good one as well with Rich Gannon, which I will talk about probably tomorrow. But urge everyone, check all of the stuff out on the Raiders. It's definitely a good read. D-Nice, I2G Radio, signing off. Peace.